Next, we have Big E. Now, this has been kind of old news, but Big E has been seriously injured for a very long time. And just recently, probably within the last week or two, doctors say he's probably never going to wrestle again. The internet,
doctors more specifically told him, do not.
Yeah. And the internet says there's reports that they're going to try to make him color commentary. If I'm WWE, I never get rid of this guy. Ever. He's just pure entertainment. You know, he's won championships. Absolute star. Started off in FCW. Funny story, he wanted to be a mailman. Worked his way up. Was giving where most wrestlers would just give up, one of the worst gimmicks ever. They turned around and made it one of the best gimmicks ever, just with their effort and all that. And he's absolutely hilarious. So, what do you think about Big E's situation and future?
I think it sucks. I don't want him to wrestle again, though, if there's a risk of him not being able to enjoy his life anymore because of it. That said, though, I really would love to see him, like, even if he's in a suit, I would love to see him just be the manager for the New Day and still be in their segments. But ultimately, like, whatever he wants to do at this point, dude gave his fucking mobility to the sport.
Yeah, definitely. And I like this suit idea. I like him being part. I also thought this is what I was thinking, just to take it a step further, is when the tag champs get back and healthy, have Xavier Woods and Kofi go to the ring at Mania to take them on, but Big E is the surprise manager. And he can have like one last WrestleMania moment with all three of them in the ring, and the two that are healthy can still hold the belts up.
That said, if you're going to have him start doing commentary, just have him on those meat slap matches. Like the WrestleMania match with Sheamus, Gunther, and Drew. That would have been a great match to have Big E on. He loves big meaty men slapping meat.
One of the greatest promos ever. I wouldn't even mind start him on NXT and move up, because I could really see him being one of the best color guys in the business. He's hilarious. He's witty. He's fun. It would be an interesting situation, and we wish him nothing but the best. If I'm WWE, there's no way I ever let this guy go, though. Ever.
No, you keep him on contract forever.
Yeah.
Even as an ambassador later.
Yeah, so Big E...
He's a guy you can send on a talk show, and he's going to do great on that talk show. Like, you could send him to have an interview with a Conan every year, and he would nail it out of the park every time.
Yeah, there isn't anyone that... From, like, the grungiest of grunge, like WrestleAM, and to the highest of the highs, like The Tonight Show and all those guys, he blends in. Like, a lot of times, the guys that are... doing all the interviews because they're injured or head off, a lot of them can't do the big interviews and the small interviews. I see Big E as so talented at this job, there is nowhere he can't do media and blend in right away. Just instantly. I agree. So
you have to wonder if Hollywood's where he'll end up, though. With his charisma.
Yeah, definitely. I don't mind seeing it. I don't want to be like Debbie Downer, but it really depends on his mobility. I mean, if you're that big and you can't move, you're kind of just gonna be big guy roles. You know what I mean? You have to. So I don't know what his mobility is like. So yeah, it wouldn't be bad at all. I could definitely see him, and not only that, but I could see him. You remember?
You would typecast him.
Well, if he can't move, I think they'll typecast him.
You would typecast him as a big guy.
Well, if he can't move,
let him just be a funny guy.
I mean,
he can't just be the funny guy in the movie.
Well, I was gonna typecast him.
His size is consequential to you, huh?
No, pay attention here.
No, caught you now. Gotcha.
If he does have mobility, because I don't know how bad or how much he can move, but if he can't move his neck or head, you'd have to put him in places where he's just a big guy. But I could see him replacing roles like Kindergarten Cop. Like, oh, you're funny because you're huge.
I would love him in a role like that.
Yeah. I think, like, big guy comedy, I think he would be just nail it out of the park. And who knows? When it comes to acting and stuff, I know WWE says they're a movie, But once you have your role, they kind of keep you in that role. But who knew at the time that Dave Bautista would be such a great actor? Dave Bautista was never given that opportunity. So who knows? Maybe he's got some acting chops. Either way, wherever he goes, I think the world is rooting for him.
A guy with a dong that's reportedly as big as Batista's is, there was no way he wasn't going to be great at acting. Big dong energy gives him a lot of fuel to do a lot of things in this world.
You might be right. You might be right. I don't know. Big E, wish you nothing but the best. And WWE, you better keep this son of a goose forever. 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 Forever.